Isn't this general election already a second referendum? That's what I want to talk about in this video, so let's get started! Hi, I'm Mark, welcome to my channel and welcome to a new Brexit video. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, click the little bell and the notifications so you won't miss another of my Brexit videos. On the way to this election, many people were talking about they want a second referendum. But today, I just want to have a look, isn't this election already a second referendum? Depending on who you're voting for and depending on who's going to win. When I look on all of this from the outside, I just have to come to several conclusions there depending on the answer on the number of questions. First of all, the question is, who's going to win? Because in some cases, the win might mean that it already was a referendum. Because it can be in the event that Boris Johnson wins this election with an own majority. But that's not enough. If Boris Johnson wins, if Boris Johnson has a majority, he will get through his deal through Parliament. But to say this already was a second referendum on Brexit, you have to answer another question for yourself. Do you trust Boris Johnson? If your answer is yes, then this definitely was a second referendum. I mean, it's less than a week until the election, and if in the end he has a majority, he will get his deal through Parliament, he will not extend the transition period, and the transition period will end automatically on the 31st of December of 2020. And from that moment on, the UK will be out of the EU completely without any strings left on a no-deal Brexit. Because one thing is for sure, and I know in the comments many said something different, but I can assure you not extending this transition period will mean there won't be a free trade deal on the 31st of December 2020, and so there will be a complete separation from the UK with the EU. And if you trust Boris Johnson that he's telling the truth, then that's what you'll get for 2021. And in that case, of course, this was a second referendum because the Leavers have won the election, and with that they have won the second referendum, which you might call the election then. And then that's it. If you don't trust Boris and believe that he's changing his mind several times again because he doesn't want to get out without a deal and he wants his free trade deal, then he will extend, and so it was just a lie to keep the Brexit Party out of many constituencies. And as we heard in recent days, many more candidates defected from the Brexit Party and don't want to stand against any Conservative in their constituencies as well, or don't want to take away votes from them. So, if Boris Johnson is changing his mind again, that was just a trick. Who knows? In the other cases, if Jeremy Corbyn, as improbable as it more and more seems, can win, then you will have another referendum, as we all heard about. By the way, there are 2.6 million new registered voters. 2.6 million can make a big difference there in many constituencies. So there might be some surprises coming up in one or the other constituencies, because many of these 2.6 million voters will be younger voters and they can, on the Labour Lib Dem side, make a difference. But the election can only be a second referendum in case of a Boris Johnson win, if Boris Johnson keeps his word on the extension of the transition period. But I want to talk about some recent comments on my videos as well. First of all, somebody complained, and he was not the only one for the first time, but some of these comments were quite insulting, so they didn't show up then because YouTube kept them away already. Because I said the Brexit policy of Labour is unclear. Yes, they are saying they want a second referendum, and in this referendum they want to put against each other Remain and another Brexit deal negotiated by Jeremy Corbyn. including close alignment with the customs union and a single market. That part is clear. But what they really want in the end is not clear. And so, from my perspective, I'm quite right to say they're unclear, because they don't tell anyone if this comes to this referendum. What are they campaigning for? Jeremy Corbyn's deal? Or Remain? And for a voter on the 12th of December, that will make a big difference, because the one thing is Remain and the other one is half leave. And I know I'm going to get hit hard for that again, but it is only half leave if you have a deal with very close alignment to the customs union and the single market. That is, most of it, a membership in the EU, minus quite some parts of the political alignment, but you have to agree to a lot of that to be allowed to be very close to the customs union or the single market, but you don't have a say on it. So I must agree with some Brexiteers there that say there is no real leave, because in the end it's a big part of the EU membership just without the chance to have a say about anything that's happening there. And to strengthen that once again, on the first referendum, until the results were out, I deeply hoped the people of the UK have voted Remain. I just want to emphasize this right now, because some people who perhaps have not seen my old videos where I'm going to my position seem to have the view suddenly I'm a Brexiteer, or others then again I'm a Remoaner. Then there we are, the bad language again. And no, but until that day I was really hoping the people of the UK have voted Remain. They didn't, and have now to live with the results of that. But the position of Labour definitely is unclear, because they're not telling us what they want to have in the end. As I said, for that I'm going to get hit by some people who sympathize with Labour, but now there's something else on the comments. I'm going to get hit by Brexit Party friends, of course, as well. Because there were other comments again, if you want to have Brexit, you have to vote for the Brexit Party. Sorry, from my perspective, every vote for the Brexit Party is a lost vote. Not lost for my cause, I'm just saying that. If you have an objective look on the whole thing, I told you in recent videos about what effects can the Brexit Party have on Labour and Conservatives, what the polls showed. And in this case, the polls are so clear in one thing, they can't predict correctly who's going to win. Not yet, even not with these differences between Labour and the Conservatives. But one thing is absolutely sure in every poll we've seen. The Brexit Party most probably won't get a single seat. And they're taking away one vote from Labour, where they're standing, and 2 votes from the Conservative Party. So if you want Brexit, that's depending on if you believe Boris Johnson again. Then, I'm sorry guys, but then it's not true that you have to vote for the Brexit Party. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not going for any favorite stuff or whatever. But I just want to make these things clear. I can't get involved in the whole discussions there on my videos. I don't have the time to do that, because I'm doing these videos in my spare time, next to work, next to all my voluntary work, next to politics. And so it would take up too much time to get involved into complete discussions there. But I wanted to make these 2 things clear, which showed up in my comments. So you got a little bit more of personal view than just only objective view in this video once again. But I thought it was necessary. For now, I thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and see you on Wednesday.